Yes, welcome to my high-end and frequency business podcast. My name is Lisette Lucas from the Netherlands, and I'm an international trained high-end success medium and a high-end and frequency business coach. Throughout my podcast series, I help ambitious, empathetic coaches who aim for high-end success, fulfillment, and ultimate life and business mastery, absolutely living and thriving from their stardust potential. I'll give you the tips, the tools, and energy shifts you need to shift to the next level of impact, abundance, freedom, and absolute energy joy. So I hope you're ready to shift with me. Let's go. The money frequency code, how to track down and break old money codes, plus how to install new codes. In this episode, we're going to talk about what is your money code now, and we're going to uncover how you can track it down, and we're going to find your authentic abundance code. Plus, I'm going to give you the code to claim your correct money frequency back. And the show notes of this episode you can find at www.lisettelucas.com/B40. Well, we're going to discover what is your money code now. So we're going to discover your money frequency at this moment, and we're going to discover that it's always connected to emotions in the subconscious layer. So when you experience at this moment, when you experience a lack of money, when you feel like you have that scarcity mindset, then there is the energy of fear connected to your money programming. And look around you. Look at your reality at this moment in time, because that is a mirror of your recent codes, your recent money frequency, your recent energetic money layers. And I recommend to listen to podcast 39 as well, because we're talking about codes and subconscious layers, but also listen to podcast 37 that's called the Ultimate Manifestation Loop Method. And you can download the method as well, but then you understand the steps of the manifestation loop, and the money coding is connected to that loop as well. Well, all the types of coding, because it always starts with programming. And my question for you is now, do you experience a money loop, like a vicious cycle that always comes back? And back in the days, I had that cycle myself. I was always doing well my business, but when the money came in too fast and it became too successful, I stopped. So there was a subconscious fear I discovered. There was a coding in those subconscious layers to, okay, Lisette, when you get too successful, the money comes in. And when the money is there, you have to spend it as fast as possible. And then at a certain point, I discovered, wow, that's interesting. Why am I sabotaging myself? Why am I having a hole in my hand when it comes to money? And then I experienced it was connected to fear and pain from the past, connected to old money stories from my childhood. So my question for you now, and I have to say, I started working on those subconscious layers. I started working on a daily basis on my programming and my money mindset and my money codes, and everything started to change insanely. I mean, I started working for 50 euros, and then I increased it to, like, I believe 150 euros for 45 minutes. And then I thought, well, if I keep doing this, I can't be where I want to be. So I did the work. I changed the codes and the programming, and everything shifted. Everything shifted. So now I don't even charge by the hour anymore. I create programs that create a powerful result for my clients and students and the people I work with. And people are paying me like different amounts because I help people in different ways. But I receive now 5-figure amount from people to work with me. So it changed drastically. And I'm doing now 6 figures. And years ago, even when I hit the 5 figures, I started freaking out. So yeah, you can do that. I can do it, so you can do that as well. So do you experience a money loop? And I call it a negative money loop. So that's lack of money. or that's an energetic drain, a money drain, or do you experience a hole? So I started spending money. I started giving it away when too much money came in. So look at your life now and just acknowledge it. Just acknowledge it, because you can become a money X multiplier. You can become the money times as much as you want multiplier. So you step into the mindset of, when I invest money, it always comes back to me in tenfold or more. Instead of spending money, you can see it as an investment. As when you give it out, it always comes back in tenfold or more. Yeah, the money multiplier, the money times X multiplier. Okay, so how do you track your money code down? Well, first of all, you have to understand your fear around money, your subconscious fear, because what is fear? A powerful acronym is: fear is false evidence appearing real. So in the subconscious layers, there is an emotion attached to something that appears real. So we have to unravel that false money evidence in your current life appearing real. So I'm going to ask you a few questions around money and the energy and frequency of money, because money is energy. Money is neutral. It's our own codes projected onto money that create your reality. So when you change the programming, your own internal programming around money, your reality changes, and the money around you and in your life changes. So, okay, I'm going to ask you a few questions, and I want you not to think about it. 3-second rule. It's an intuitive answer from those subconscious intuitive layers. Yeah, I believe money is, finish it. I feel money is, finish it. I experience money is. And now listen to money. I hear money is. And now know, step into the energy of knowing. I know money is. Okay. Whatever came forward, go with it, trust it. Yeah, because these answers are connected to your subconscious programming, your coding at this moment. So when I answer these questions, I believe money is freedom. I feel money is abundant. I experience money is happiness. I hear money as wealth, and I know money is power. I know money is transformation. I know money is freedom, joy, everything above the golden line. I know money is love, because with money you can connect to other people. And even when I talk about it, my heart becomes warm. So that feels like an energetic yes. Yeah, so listen to the frequency of your body as well, because the emotions that are attached to that frequency are always giving you a signal in your body and around your body, in your energy field. So how to find your authentic abundance code? Well, first of all, it's really important to remember and listen to my other podcast as well, because I talk about your stardust potential, that we all come from that amazing frequency of stardust. We are in the core, at our core, all energy. So I want you to step into your abundant stardust frequency, because when you step into that frequency of that stardust, where everything is connected, where everything is available, where there are infinite possibilities, where you can create, where you can manifest, where everything is available for you, there is no scarcity. And you come from that stardust potential. That's where you came from when you were born into this physical reality. So in your authentic abundance code, there is no scarcity, there is no lack, there is no fear, there are no conditions attached to money, because money is neutral. Money is just a tool to give out and to receive back, to help and to get back, to give and to receive back, to invest and receive back. Money is a tool to flow. Money is a tool to give out and to receive back. So when you come from that authentic abundance code, there are no conditions attached to money, and there are no below the golden line frequency. So there's no void, there's no guilt, there's no shame, there's no sadness, there's no pain attached to money when you are living from that authentic abundance code. So when you are experiencing shame around money, void, guilt, sadness, pain around money at this moment, when you feel lack, when you feel heaviness, sadness around the frequency of money, now you know that has nothing to do with the money itself, because money is just a neutral frequency. It's about the projection of the frequency of money and the fear-based connection you have in your energy field, in those subconscious layers. And it's important to understand, and I'm repeating this through several podcasts, because you were not born with fear around money, because babies are only born with two fears. And that's a fear of loud noises, and that's a fear of falling. When babies are born here in the Netherlands and probably around the world, we test the reflexes of the baby, and they just tend to let the baby fall. And what does the baby do? It has that arm parachute reaction. And that's really a primitive reaction. And that's like instinct that needs to be there. So, and as well, the loud noises, that's there to protect the baby. But other fears, besides from fear of falling and fear of loud noises, all the other fears are blocks created through earthly dust experiences. So money blocks are just simple earthly dust. And listen to podcast 38 as well, because I talk about stardust versus earthly dust. Yeah, earthly conditioning. Money blocks is earthly conditioning created through pain. So remember this as well, this rule. Emotion will defeat logic over and over again. So even if you have an amazing business, you are an amazing expert, when there's an emotion of pain and lack connected to money, you won't succeed. Even all the tools and all the logic and all the analytical expertise is there. When there's a low frequency emotion attached to your money mindset, it will keep you in lack. Yes, so the emotion is more powerful always, and the energy of emotion is more powerful always. So the energy of money is always connected to a subconscious emotion. This is the most important thing to remember. When I experience lack or blocks around money, now you know, below the golden line, in those lower frequencies, there is an emotion attached to it that's keeping you there. So there's a belief that it's safer to stay below the golden line, because above the golden line, there's fear. And when you think about it, and if you understand the above the golden line method, you can think like, that's insane. Why am I keeping myself in lack? That's more painful than to be here. Well, your mind thinks that it's more painful to be above the golden line regarding money in this case. So ask yourself now, we're going to claim your abundant code back, your abundance money code back. Ask yourself, why? Why do you want to claim it back? Why do you want to claim it back? Because again, podcast 39, I talk about this regards to your power, your personal soul power. But now we're talking about this, about money. You can do this for a relationship, success, whatever you want to create and manifest in your life. Because it's important to understand, the mind loves what is familiar and dislikes what is unfamiliar. So now you understand why you stay below the golden line regarding money. And you want to be here, but the mind loves and is used to being in the energy below the golden line. That's your energetic money home. And I stayed there myself as well. I kept repeating the same loop, the same cycle, until I understood, wow, to be here, I have to step into my power. I have to invest in myself. I have to clear blocks. I have to look at people who are doing it and see what they are doing and use their tools to step above the golden line. Yeah. So always remember the mind loves what is familiar and dislikes what is unfamiliar. And it will always sabotage you or create procrastination or excuses, all those types of excuses to keep you there because it feels safe there. Yeah. To crack the code, to claim it back, your abundant money, wealth mindset, you have to do the reprogramming work, you have to do the rewriting, and you have to upgrade those subconscious layers. You have to clear away the energy of the old money beliefs. And you have to create a powerful and meaningful new emotion, a new money emotion. Yeah, so ask yourself why. Why do you want to claim your money code back? That abundant, amazing money code from that stardust potential. Why do you want it? What do you want to do with the money? Create a powerful why. Maybe you want to earn so much money that you can help other people. You can donate. You can maybe help people you love who need a new car, buy a new car for them. Whatever comes forward. Maybe you can help and give money to places who help animals or nature or whatever feels good to you, but you have to feel a strong enough why. The emotion attached to your why has to be so powerful, so strong regarding this money belief, this money mindset, that it like shazams away all the old money coding. So think about something that almost brings you to tears. For me, I think about giving money to schools, to children who need education, who need help. When I think about that, and like building a school in a country, I'm thinking of India at the moment, by the way. So that's the next level to me where I'm working towards. I'm donating money to charity. But when I think about while doing this podcast, think about what's bringing tears to my eyes, makes my heart happy, then it's about helping children to learn. And why India? Well, my daughter's name is India, so there's a connection. And well, we'll see how that unfolds. But it's interesting because wherever you are in your life, in your business, you always find a ceiling, and then you can upgrade your programming again and again. Because when you're making 10,000 euros a month, or when you're making 50, 100,000 euros, every time you upgrade to that next level, you hit a ceiling and you have to clear old blocks. Yes? So, how are we going to do that? Well, you have to find for yourself a strong why with an emotion attached to it that you feel it. And that has to be really big, really powerful. Yes? And then, and again, listen to podcast 39 as well, because we're doing this same loop, same cycle as well of clearing and discovering and recoding. Yes? Okay. As you know, if you've listened to podcast 37 as well, step 1 of the ultimate manifestation loop method is programming. Programming is needed to interrupt the false money belief patterns. Yeah, because then you can go to step 2, and that is change. Change the pictures you make in your head and the words you say to yourself about money at the subconscious levels. Because the emotion is always more powerful, and the emotion is always stored in subconscious layers. At the conscious level, we know, yeah, sure, I want to make more money with my business, or I want to earn more money, but why isn't it happening? What is happening? What am I doing? Well, it's those 95% in the subconscious layers. So the change has to happen in those layers. And when you change that, the subconscious pictures you make in your head and the words you say to yourself about money will change. So I'm going to give you the 5 steps of my money code. And the first step is track the money fear. When you think of making really a lot of money, earning really a lot of money, okay, and that can be 10,000 a month for you, that can be 100,000 a month, that can be 1 million, 10 million, whatever comes forward, doesn't matter. There's always that ceiling. So for me, I'm going to track the fear of money. I'm going to say to myself, I'm going to earn 1 million euros a month. 1 million euros a month. Okay, I feel something happening within me, in my body. I feel it in my throat, I feel it in my heart and my solar plexus as well. It's a bit brief. I even get short breath. Okay, I get now a fear that comes forward. It's like, and you just have to be quick because it passes like that. I got a fear of, I don't know how to handle that. So that's a fear. So there's a fear, how do I handle the money? But there's another fear below that. It's like a fear of losing control. Yeah, that's what happens for me. So track your money fear within yourself. Talk about, okay, I'm going to earn this amount of money. Okay, sense it in your body and get curious, because step 2 is get insight into the money fear. So for me, that already happened, and energy is fast. So be aware. Don't think, because most of the time when I say the question or ask the question or say the sentence, it comes forward immediately. Yeah. So get used to that. Intuition works really fast. Okay. Insight into the fear. I got the emotion of losing control about it then. And now that energy is created somewhere in this life, because that's an earthly dust layer. So I'm asking myself now, how old was I when this layer was created? And that's interesting. I get the age of 20. Interesting. I get the age of 20, and the emotions, I get really pressure on my throat now. Okay, I know what happened when I was 20, because maybe you've heard my story in podcast, I believe 23, I talk about it. When I come from a really wealthy family and background, and money was always there. But when I was 20, there was a huge bankruptcy within the family and the business, and it had to do with millions. So I've seen around me people losing control about these huge amounts. I feel it building in my throat. So that's an energy. That's not me. That's not me anymore. And it's normal when you go back as well. 20, most of the time is between the age of 0 and 10, but go with it. Go with it and think like, what happened? Feel like what happened at the moment. And I've seen really painful things happen when it has to do with a lot of money. That's my belief. Really bad things happen. So it's good that we work through this, for me as well. So wherever you are, again, there's always a ceiling. So, okay, there's a pain and a fear attached for me to making that million a month. So how does it look for you? How old were you? And where do you feel it? I feel the pressure and pain in my body, in my heart area around it. Okay, for you now, go through it. Acknowledge it. Okay, I'm acknowledging especially the scenes that came forward. And I don't have to dive into it. We don't want to relive it. I mean, you're listening to this, I'm talking to you. We've all lived through it. We don't have to relive it. We just have to acknowledge it and understand it. Insight is power. So I understand now that that moment when I was 20 created a huge block for me. So what came forward for you? How old were you? About what happened? Get insight. And this had to do with my father and with other family members as well. It's like I'm being the spectator of what happened. I couldn't do anything. I was powerless as well. So that's an interesting energy to be in as well. Feeling powerless when it comes to millions of euros at that moment. But okay, I acknowledge it. That's all I have to do. I accept it. And I'm ready to release it. So are you ready to release what came forward? Are you ready to let it go? Because that's important to clear it. So we're going to do that together. And I love the golden shower. We all know how it feels to be under a shower. So I want you to just feel your feet on the ground, sit steady with your feet on the ground. If you're laying down, you can connect your body to the ground as well, because we want to let the water and the golden flow go through you and around you and clear those old blocks. So visualize now when you're breathing in, and when you breathe out, just let the water, the golden energy, the white energy and the frequencies, let it clear through you. It's going through your body, through your physical body, around you, your energy field, and let it just go into the earth. And Mother Earth can recycle that energy, can reuse it. So thank you, Mother Earth, for taking this heavy energy, those old blocks, those old layers of earthly dust that I no longer need. That's not me. I'm letting it go. I'm releasing it for my higher good. So breathe in and feel the space that's created. Feel it being filled with new energy, new light. My heart becomes warm. I'm really, even if you don't feel anything, that's fine. I'm really sensitive on my energy centers because of working with energy like that. So I know there's healing taking place while doing this. So don't underestimate your power. You can do it anytime, anywhere. Even when I'm recording a podcast, it's happening, because where focus goes, energy flows. So I've put my intention towards energy blocks around money, as you're doing yourself, and then it's happening. So trust the process. Okay, well, we're going to step 5, and that's action steps. Action steps, take action steps, powerful action steps towards your money dreams, and reprogram yourself into your new abundant reality. Because that's what happens when you start reprogramming yourself. You go through the manifestation loop and you create a new reality, but you always have to take action. Yeah, you always have to take action. So write down for yourself, what action steps are you going to take to create your new abundant reality? First thing that comes forward, what action step for your business? Because you've opened new doors, you can take new action steps. What can you do to shift this? What happens for me is I'm going to create a money program, a new money program, because that's so powerful and so needed. And people don't always like to talk about money, but it's such a powerful tool that we use in our daily lives to just let it flow, to learn to let it flow from you, through you, and receive it back with the multiplier effect. Yes? Well, the code is tiara for money. So always wear your invisible tiara, your abundant tiara, and then absolutely reinforce it. Reinforce what you want, where you want to go. And if you feel like, wow, I love this, what already came forward just through a podcast, just by sitting and listening together through the energy, because I know when you listen to my voice or when you see the video, the energy, and I'll implement it at this moment. When you listen and re-listen, the energy clearing will continue through layers. So it's really powerful. And please spread this, send this to other people as well who need this, because that's the multiplier effect as well. Spread abundantly, because there's enough for everyone. Well, when you're ready to clear more of the old money related fears, please DM me the word money code. And you can find everything in the show notes at www.lisettelucas.com/B40. And if you like this and you want more of the above the golden line energy, download my above the golden line method, including powerful reprogramming hypnotation. Well, thanks so much for listening. If you have any questions, you can always DM me or send me an email, and I look forward to meeting you or reconnecting. So thanks so much, and see you soon. Bye-bye. Thank you for listening to my High-End and Frequency Business podcast. My name is Lisette Lucas, and if you want to join my EnergyJoy world, please drop me a DM, and really looking forward to connect.